there, I'm Emily, and we're doing the Course in Miracles workbook together. Today we're on lesson 47, God is the strength in which I trust. So the last few days were really sort of establishing a new foundation of our relationship with God. Oftentimes we have him as like this dude sitting in the sky with a white beard or something, and it's not a very effective relationship. We've humanized our relationship with God. And this course is really focused on putting God in a more effective perspective, really. So the last few days, it's God is the light in which I see, saying that we can't even see with our own eyes. True sight is within, it's full of light, and it's within God that we actually see. And obviously out in the world, we're not seeing in God. The next day was God is the mind in which I think, meaning that we are existing in the mind of God. My mind is in the mind of God, and God is in my mind. That really reality is of mind, not of body. And to reconnect with that so we can start to take our faith and belief that our body and our physical world is the only reality and begin to shift it to true reality, which is that of mind and thought. The next day's lesson was God is the love in which I forgive. And today, God is the strength in which I trust. What a beautiful foundation. So if you are trusting in your own strength, you have every reason to be apprehensive, anxious, and fearful. I'll say the first time I read that line, I found it a huge relief. I was like, oh, no wonder I feel that way, right? Because we do all tend to trust in our own strength. We're always trying to do it of our own volition. And it says, then no wonder you're apprehensive, anxious, and fearful. What can you predict or control? What is there in you that can be counted on? What would give you the ability to be aware of all the facets of any problem and to resolve them in such a way that only good can come of it? What is there in you that gives you the recognition of the right solution and the guarantee that it will be accomplished? Of course, you can do none of these things. To believe that you can is to put your trust where trust is unwarranted, and to justify fear, anxiety, depression, anger, and sorrow. Who can put his faith in weakness and feel safe? So great. Yet who can put his faith in strength and feel weak? God is your safety in every circumstance. And again, I love this reframing of God because so many of us have God as punishing or really a lack of safety and acceptance when we think of God, that he's going to judge us, punish us, doesn't like us, is angry with us. So we're really reframing here that God is our safety. God is our source of all good. There's no reason to have apprehension around our Father. So God is your safety in every circumstance. His voice speaks for him in all situations and in every aspect of all situations. And his voice is the Holy Spirit, telling you exactly what to do to call upon his strength and his protection. There are no exceptions because God has no exceptions. And the voice which speaks for him thinks as he does. Today, we will try to reach past your own weakness to the source of real strength. 4 5-minute practice periods are necessary today, and longer and more frequent ones are urged. Close your eyes and begin, as usual, by repeating the idea for the day. Then spend a minute or two in searching for situations in your life which you have invested with fear, dismissing each one by telling yourself, God is the strength in which I trust. Now try to slip past all concerns related to your own sense of inadequacy. It is obvious that any situation that causes you concern is associated with feelings of inadequacy, for otherwise you would believe that you could deal with the situation successfully. I think a great word for this is helplessness. None of us really relish that feeling, but we can definitely feel that way in life. And this is amazing because this can restore power, that you know what, you don't have to do or know what to do. You can feel helpless, but you can call on something that knows exactly what to do in every single scenario, knows all facets of every situation, and gives you all the power that you need to reach the best solution. And it's not of you. Like, what a relief. You can just be like, you know what, I can't do it. I know I can't do it. There's a beauty when you surrender that way and accept your lack of power, it creates an opportunity to receive real power. Because when I realize I don't have any, I can ask for it. I become that sort of vacuum and empty vessel, and I can be filled up with true power. Because the reality is, if you think you can do it, you can't anyway. You are helpless. And so all you're doing by running on your own, minimal power and thinking you should do it is limiting receiving all the power to actually get it done. So understand that there's so much power in surrender. Okay, now it is obvious that any situation which causes you concern is associated with feelings of inadequacy, for otherwise you would believe you could deal with the situation successfully. It is not by trusting yourself that you will gain confidence, but the strength of God in you is successful in all things. The recognition of your own frailty, that's what I said, is a necessary step in the correction of your errors. Accept that you're frail, right? Accept your own weakness. It's necessary. It's actually a huge step in gaining ground, but it is hardly a sufficient one in giving you the confidence which you need and to which you are entitled. You must also gain an awareness that confidence in your real strength is fully justified in every respect and in all circumstances. In the latter phase of the practice period, try to reach down into your mind to a place of real safety. You will recognize that you have reached it if you feel a deep sense of peace, however briefly. Let go of all the trivial things that churn and bubble on the surface of your mind and reach down and below them to the kingdom of heaven. There is a place in you where there is perfect peace. There is a place in you where nothing is impossible. There's a place in you where the strength of God abides. During the day, repeat the idea often. Use it as your answer to any disturbance. Remember that peace is your right because you are giving your trust to the strength of God. Beautiful lesson today. Go out there and accept your own weakness, ask for the strength, and make awesome things happen today. Be blessed.